The fourth week of being consistent, we up.
We hate how consistent we are. We cannot help ourselves but be consistent. Consistency is in our blood.
So, from the previous episode, you already know why we were in France. We were there to study.
Study our asses off.
12 different subjects,
12 straight A's.
and only a handful of them stood out in a good way and in a bad way as well. So we have this
Funny incident.
Indeed.
So one of our first courses from the 12th.
The one we were pretty excited about
Which was a French class.
because it was our only option to survive in France for the next 4 months.
Because we did not learn French. When
Not
we
at
came here, 0 fucks given. So what was interesting about this class was the French teacher was teaching us French in French.
That's the twist.
That's the twist. So connect the dots.
She only knew 2 languages, Russian and French. And we also knew only 2 languages, English and Nepali. So connect the dots yourself.
So how are we supposed to learn French? Please tell me.
And the other subject that reminded me of home, that reminded us of home, was international trade. Cause of course of the teacher.
And the teaching environment too.
She was a pretty interesting character in her late 50s maybe.
Yes, she was a senior citizen, an old lady,
But
who had a shit together, who
Yes.
knew what she was saying. Yes.
and the class was not ready for that.
Yes.
Because we even had to ask the teacher to drink water. That's pretty new for them, I guess.
Which the European girls could not digest.
But for us, we're pretty used to it.
We love that indeed.
We love the leadership in classroom.
We love the hierarchy the teacher maintains.
And the other one was
And
definitely...
he topped the class, the course too.
Thank you. So the other subject that was pretty exciting for us was geopolitics.
True.
Because of the global situation.
And the ongoing problems the world had at that time. Like the Moscow attack, the
Baltimore Bridge attack.
and the Putin interview.
It was not an attack.
And the Putin interview was the things going on. So we could get real life knowledge and ask to the teacher the next day.
Basically the
Background of the teacher,
Yes, the background of the teacher. She was an Air Force pilot in France from the French army.
which we respect.
Hustler, indeed. And we had fun during her classes because we could hear a diplomatic view from her side.
Yeah.
The position she is in, it's a big position. And we love that. We love sharing our thoughts in the classroom.
She gave a new side of view to how we should watch the news, how we should comprehend the news.
And we definitely have our favorites.
Yeah. The 2 subjects, 2 courses.
The main reason for this video,
yes.
one being on the far left, other being on the right.
We had
Gender studies and
Negotiation.
negotiations.
negotiation class.
So a little background about this. So we only knew we had gender study classes a week before we got to France. It was
After
not
we
in
did our admission and everything.
it was not in the syllabus.
So we were forced into gender studies basically.
We had no option.
So being forced into gender studies, but we were pretty excited. We knew what we were up to.
Because for us it was basically a debate class.
Yeah, basically, aka gender studies. You mean the debate class? That's right. And so yeah, we were pretty excited for the gender studies. How can we debate? How much can we tolerate those bullshit opinions? And on the
it
other
was an IQ test for us.
and on the other end, we had negotiation class,
Which we thought would be made.
yeah, which we were not expecting a lot from it.
Because our negotiation skills off the roof. Because obviously because of our mothers, they're good negotiators. Here in Nepal, they're the best.
So yeah, we had those expectations which were turned around
Because of the teachers.
because of the teachers. Yes.
Like I told you, teachers, they're the ones that drive the classroom, that lead the classroom, that set the classroom environment. And our gender study class.
That makes the subject interesting or not.
Yes. And talking about our gender studies teacher. Respect lost the moment we saw her. because
Appearance.
appearances do matter. She was objectively fat, 300 pounds.
300 pounds on the scale.
Like she was the typical
Three
fast food eater.
daily
Basically,
fast food subscription.
double cheeseburger. Yes. So she lost her respect the first time.
She literally had cut marks in her forearms. Let's not get deep into it. No puns intended, by the way.
So fat people, like I believe, fat people don't love themselves
Don't respect themselves either.
because it shows in how you look. The fat outside shows what you are on the inside.
True.
Your body is the manifestation of what you are in the inside. It shows lack of discipline, lack of motivation, lack of love for yourself. So people know when you're lacking. And she lost her respect that time, the first time when we saw her.
The first time, appearance-wise, she lost her respect, and the second time was in the media studies class.
So yeah. Unfortunately, we had 2 classes with her. Gender studies.
Not willingly. Help.
Gender studies and media studies. We were pretty excited for media studies as well.
Yes.
But it's a great subject. But sadly, not
It
a
was
great teacher.
ruined in the media studies class.
So it was our first class after the French class. First day in school, first day in college. We were in the first bench, eager to study about the media.
Eager.
The teacher, though she lost her respect, we still wanted to give her a chance. She was teaching us about biases. And straight up, she told us she was a biased person. She doesn't listen to other people's opinions.
Which do not meet her beliefs or morals or values.
Yeah, she was entitled about her beliefs. She thought she was the right one. Everyone hated her.
Which, as a rule of thumb, a media studies teacher
No,
should
no.
not have. Let's not get deep.
So, a teacher being biased is not what you expect. Because we have an example, we have debate classes here in Nepal as well. The teacher, they think critically, asks us more about the question, asks us more about the opinion. They just don't try to put their opinion on you.
Yes, brainwash you into how they are thinking.
Gender studies and media studies was basically the classes. The teacher wanted her opinion to be put down on the student.
Yeah.
She wanted to pass that opinion on us.
Basically, the teacher wanted us to be in her side, be like how she is, how she used to think.
And yeah, that was
not
against
the
our
case.
personal values, basically.
So yeah, talking about the classroom environment we had in gender studies. The classroom environment was pretty surprising to us.
Yeah, it
but
was.
the Europeans were kind of used to it. So in this class, we did not have to ask to drink water. Everyone was eating fruits.
The teacher asked us to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, that
Take
kind
us
of
out
freedom
from-
we had.
That's not how you lead as
Yeah,
a teacher.
which we do not respect. As a teacher, there must be hierarchy.
Third time we lost respect.
With fear comes respect, and we did not fear her.
So we thought she had nothing to teach us.
Yeah,
That's the worst thing you could
expect from
accept.
teacher.
Yeah, expect. As a teacher, that's the worst thing you could ever even hear.
And it's crazy how she made men feel, because the gender studies classes were full of like women and like a handful amount of men. So she used to glorify women, and when it turned when
So yeah, it was our first class
Yes.
of gender studies. She asked us to define a man and a woman.
women, we clearly know what she was trying to do.
Started with the ladies.
Yeah, because
Asked them
ladies
about
first.
being,
That's what
asked them
gender
about. She asked ladies about what it is.
define a woman.
Yeah, being a woman.
And
Yeah.
she was expecting someone who dresses up, someone who feels like woman is woman, but no. We
It
raise
was
our
turn.
voices
It
and
was
we
our
said,
turn.
someone who is born with a vagina can only be called a woman.
Yes.
There is nothing along the lines. If you don't have a vagina when you're born, you're a man. So yeah, we always kind of felt like we were like attacked
Yes, every
when we
time.
gave our opinion in the gender studies, because
Most of the men-
we are always against the grain, right?
Every time.
Every time against the grain.
It was always the classes used to be like us versus the teacher and the faggots.
truly.
Every time. So she never heard about our opinion. Maybe she was a good person in the inside.
But she was difficult to be around with.
Mm.
Everything was going over the head because our opinion did not meet her beliefs and values. So, like she warned us in the first class, silly us, we did the same mistake.
So there was this war between the teachers and us, and we made it clear.
Yeah, but we were never scared to give our opinions, even though no one listened to us, or even though we felt like we were attacked. We never stopped giving our true opinions, how we truly felt from the inside.
Because we stand on the business. We stand by what we say.
Yes,
We
and
stand
now-
by what we believe.
Gender studies is a scam, and there are only two genders. Yes.
So we had this presentation.
Yes, presentation.
Second week of the class.
On body positivity.
Yeah. What a hypocrite. What a hippo.
What type of-
So the class was about was about body positivity. All the girls. So basically we were put in the group of girls.
Always.
Because we were put in the group of girls, and our guy, he went first to the stage to give the presentation.
Podium, yes.
It was about body positivity
Yeah, along the lines.
along the lines. And during his presentation, he told,
Yeah, so it was about body positivity, and I straight looked up at the teacher, Miss Mackenzie, and said that if you're fat, you need to go to the gym. There are no any excuses. And she looked into me, and she looked straight into me.
not just her, everyone in the class looked at
Yeah.
him.
And first she did like this. But I have taught this.
You are
And-
definitely not
And the
getting
whole
an A.
bunch of girls was,
Did he really say that?
fuck yes, I did say that.
Because we stand on that.
So yeah, after I said that statement, she started to attack me, like indirectly.
And she opened the floor for the questions. as
Yeah.
well.
So after I was done with the presentation, she then
So she opened the floor for the class. She wanted other people from the class
to be
attack
in
him,
her side
in her
and
side
attack
and
me.
attack him as well. She wanted to show him he was wrong and how people have evolved. She was
How liberal people
she
have
was
become.
looking like a Pokemon. So how people have evolved. Everyone was attacking my friend. So I was listening to everybody's opinion, and there was Mackenzie. She told something along the line of being.
I have tried so many times to work out, but I don't lose weight.
She was coping up with
Some
the fact.
excuse, lazy excuse.
Yes, she was coping up with the fact, and I raised my hand, and I told her.
He stood on business.
Yeah, I told her, like, my brother right there, he's speaking the fact. There is no other way to lose weight than going to a gym. If you are fat,
You need to go to the
yeah,
gym.
you need to go to the gym, and you are just coping up with the fact that you are lazy.
Yeah, you are just an unhealthy piece of shit.
Mm.
And there is no.
Yeah, we stood up against it. We had this war again in the classroom. So every presentation after that used to be like,
We were targeted always.
yeah, we were targeted.
Basically.
She used to come in the classroom. One day, she came into the classroom, told the class to clap for us. We were like pretty shocked, and she told us,
Congratulations. Nepal,
"Congratulations, Nepal! You guys are the first one in Asia
to legalize.
gay marriage."
What the fuck?
Fuck
Fucking
my man.
sick.
Fuck.
She was trying to. She knew what she was doing. She was
Yeah.
trying to provoke us into saying something, but we have our emotions in control.
So yeah, we didn't
Unlike
play
them.
her game. 48 laws of power. We didn't. She tried to play a game with us. We didn't play it.
She
We didn't
tried
play it.
to provoke us, which every females like to do to men. But as men, you need to hold your emotions strong.
You should always be a.
Don't.
So basically, our gender study teacher, she didn't know how to lead the classroom.
Yeah, there are no hierarchy in the class. We did not know who to respect.
Definitely not her. So talking along the line, our negotiation teacher, first day in the classroom,
We had like boring expectations, like
we had no expectation. Keeping this aside, maybe she was a good person, but
she was always difficult
to be around,
because of how fat she was.
like her attitude as well.
Yeah,
She
heavy
was
breathing all the time.
Objectively fat, and she accepted it. She accepted the way she was. No wonder that.
Let's not
So
get
yeah,
it.
she needed help, and she wanted the class to be like her,
to be on her side, basically.
to be on her side,
and we did not know who to respect the whole course because
she was definitely not the one that we respected. We would ever respect, because her opinion didn't matter simply because she's fat. To
True.
me, simply because she's fat, her opinions didn't matter to me.
she basically did not know how to lead a class, how to lead a bunch of people, being an ally of LGBTQIA plus. So talking about negotiation,
Yes, our teacher, she ruined the gender study classes for us. Now we had no hope for other classes. We were excited for gender studies the most, but we were over that shit now. We're over studies. So, few weeks into France, we have our first negotiation class. We knowingly went to the class late because we had no expectation with the studies. We had no expectation with the system.
we thought we would negotiate our way into the class.
Being late, that was not the case, obviously.
And the very first day we went like 5 minutes late. The teacher gave us like 2 options, which was
Either be in the class on time next time or skip the whole classes. I won't tolerate this. He showed us the hierarchy and he showed us he led the class.
Yeah,
He's
he
the one
showed
running
up.
the class.
what's up.
It was not our class, it was his class.
class.
We were on.
True. And after we entered the classroom environment was pretty silent, strict. We could feel it, we could hear it. There are no people gossiping, there are no people using their phones, there are no people, girls especially, booking flights. Everyone's focus was on
He
the
earned
teacher.
everybody's respect.
Yes, and
That's-
he knew how to
that
hold
was
the
key.
attention too.
And even the question,
Our negotiation teacher had hands-on experience with negotiating in real life too, and teaching
he was
us
working with
simultaneously, right,
million
right.
dollar companies, negotiating for them. And what was pretty interesting to us was he had an IT background, but he got into negotiation, and we have an IT background as
Yes.
well, and we loved it. We loved the teacher.
Basically, he was
a shy guy.
Genuinely a good guy. It reflected how he taught us to how he handled himself, how he carried himself. Everything showed how he was. His personality reflected on the subject he taught us, basically.
Mackenzie was not a good leader because she could not lead herself even into a gym, even into a good diet. No way she could lead her classroom the way we are, the way we stand in business. So we didn't have expectation with the classes.
Gender
Thereafter,
studies was not a good one.
we didn't care about it. So as we didn't have expectation of the studies, for the studies, first day of negotiation class. After 2 weeks of joining college, first day of class, we went to the class 5 minutes late, just 5 minutes late. And we thought we could negotiate our way into the classes.
With the teacher.
And with the teacher, he owned the classroom. He showed us it was his classroom, we were on, not our classroom. It doesn't work our way, so he gave us 2 options. Either be on the class on time, next class, perfectly on time, or miss the rest of the classes. He will not give us an A. So yeah, it was not about the deal, but it was about the teacher's personality. We were
Yeah.
gravitated towards the classes.
Yeah, he was setting guidelines for us that this is how my classroom works. If you want, join. If you don't want, get the fuck out. He
I
did
don't
not
care
say
about
it.
it.
He did not say it, but that's what he meant it.
So we understood what
Yeah.
he meant.
And we respected that, and that's something we truly resonate to.
That's how a teacher should be.
Hierarchy set.
Hierarchy set.
So yeah, when we entered the professor's class, we knew that this is a serious class. The way we did not hear any gossips. No one was using their phones. No one was booking their flights to Europe tour.
He was pretty clear about the classroom rules.
Guidelines.
He was pretty strict with it.
How he wanted to run the class. How he wanted no noise. How he wanted students to ask him if they want to go to the restroom or drink water.
And that is how you get the most out of a classroom.
Yes.
That's how you do things as a teacher.
And the guidelines is what helped us and what made the subject the most effective
Yes.
and impactful to us, unlike gender studies.
Which we lost hope for. Fat bitch.
Like she lost.
So a little background about our negotiation teacher. He was working with $1 million companies.
Yeah.
On a steel company, I remember, negotiating their deals.
He was teaching us alongside. He was also
Working,
negotiating in real life, hands-on. He had hands-on experiences.
And the way he answered the students' question in the classroom,
Yeah.
that was the best.
Amazes us. Like the way he comprehends the questions, the way he comprehends, analyze, and
Comes up with examples.
example and a definition. In seconds after the student asked him the question was pretty surprising, and that's something we want to learn too.
If a student asks him a question, he delivers every
Delivers and impresses the student.
So
That's how impressive he was.
He was a good teacher, and we looked up to him because of the way he taught us, the way he laid us in the
The
classroom.
way he handled himself, the way he carried himself. His personality was pretty much reflected in the subject he taught, how he taught us. And that's something we resonate with. Unlike gender studies, we want a strict class.
And he was a well-dressed, fit guy as well.
Yes.
Even in his
Sit together.
60s. Talking about his age, he didn't say it to us. He was shy.
He was pretty shy.
He was shy.
He was pretty shy when you asked him about his age.
And we connect with people here and there. He was a great guy to network with.
Yes, we have his personal card too.
Yes.
So we just don't have big balls. We know what we are saying because
We have had our experiences.
with the LGBTQIA community,
Mental patients.
and there is no one better than us to hear opinion on these because
Trust us.
Yes.
We are the only guys you can trust.
we know what's up.
So yeah, if she has a blue hair, a sign here, pink hair, run, brother, run.
Yeah, and the only one thing you need to learn from this video is that there are only two genders.
त्यो चाहिँ अलिक के भयो है लास्टमा के गरेको यार सलाम